I know I said I would come back in an hour or two with
Resident Evil 5.
when I did my Celeste stream. That didn't really work out. I fell asleep so hard. So hard. I fell asleep so hard I had the light on still. But I'm here. We're playing some Resident Evil 5 again. We're playing more Resident Evil 5. And hopefully my audio's doing great. I hope it is. Testing audio. Test. Let's do a full sentence. Make sure. Okay, cool. Making sure there's no hiccups, no like sporadicness, no spottiness in the audio. Let's see here. Oh, that's okay, cool. Let me see. I have a lot of shit and she doesn't. So what we're gonna do. Well, I like that I have shit. I like that there's shit that I have. Oh, I still have a proc bomb from the boss fight? I remember killing that thing. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that. No, never mind. Only 30? Hell no. Give her a hand grenade. I'll give her the proc bomb. She has all the explosives and things. How much money do I have? Only 500 bucks? Alright. Hello, welcome in. Either way, we're gonna get started. Cupcake's joining us. She's in her favorite spot, which is directly on my lap, so. Chris Redfield. We're already in chapter 2. Co-op settings rogue, attack reaction yes, start game. Ready. You already did all that. Fifth head of the Ashford family, Edward Ashford, begins his research into what would later become the progenitor virus.
What about Irving? Tough break.
Yes, but there will be other opportunities. Shove it to headquarters.
Now, for a recap, we just finished the boss fight.
There's a high probability that Irving is on his way to an oil field in the marshlands. We're rejoining Delta Team and heading there now.
Understood.
We got company.
They don't let up, do they?
No, these guys.
Do what you gotta do to stop them. But don't get too trigger happy or the guns will overheat. If that happens, we'll be an easy target until they cool down.
Oh shit.
Got
Why did I
some
stop
sharp
before
cars
the
up
game?
ahead. Hold on tight.
Why did I think?
This is Captain Stone.
Why did I stop before it got fun?
From HQ. Based on the data you uploaded from that hard drive, most of the townspeople have been infected by parasites known as Las Plagas. The data refers to the infected as Magini.
What does all this have to do with Ouroboros?
You got me. They didn't say.
Looks like the only way we're getting answers is from Irving.
It's gonna get bumpy. Hang on.
Whoa.
That's gonna affect the resale value.
Him. Who the fuck's throwing Molotovs?
Got some sharp curves up ahead. Hold on tight.
We're under attack! There are too many of them to handle! Reinforcements are en route. Hold your position until they arrive. Repeat, hold your position.
Let's pick up the pace. Enough warning shots. Take them out, for God's sake. Shit, not good.
Shiva ain't doing her job. I'm trying. I'm over here trying. Shiva ain't doing shit. I think there's checkpoints along the route.
Got some sharp curves up ahead. Hold on tight.
We're under attack! There are too many of them to handle! Reinforcements are en route. Hold your position until they arrive. Repeat, hold your position.
Let's pick up the pace. That's gonna affect the resale value. There's no getting past that truck unless you two do something about it! Nice! Trying to ram us into the river! Do something!
Oh. Oswald E. Spencer just fuck his. Oh.
Hang on!
Damn.
What could have done this?
Maybe a zombie. Oh no. Just spitballing here. I'm not a member of I'm not a former Stars member, but maybe zombies. I think maybe zombies. Or a huge ass zombie monster. Who knows? But those are my guesses.
Look out!
Oh, huge ass zombie monster. Hey, huge ass zombie monster. Oh shit! That's just El Gigante, but different.
Get to the truck!
Take this, you ugly bastard!
Okay.
I'm being smacked by a brick wall. One more hit like that and we're done for.
From the dick.
Look, there's something coming out of it. We should try aiming at those. Something's wrong with him. Watch out!
Okay. Uh-oh.
We're falling apart here.
Let me cool down. Oh, okay, that'll stop him from attacking. Come on. Stop being a bastard. Fuck, I've overheated. There. Come on. Cool. First boss fight of the session done. Pretty much.
Where are you, Josh?
Sheva, you don't have to do this. You can still back out.
What about you?
I've got a personal stake in this.
A personal stake? Chris, look around. We should both get the hell out of here.
I'm not here just for the mission.
What are you talking about?
A while back, I received some intel that my old partner was still alive. At first, I didn't know what
What?
to think. But when I saw the data file from Delta Team, I knew for sure. Jill is still alive.
What?
That woman in the data file.
What?
Are you even sure it's the same person?
We were partners. I'm sure.
What?
Wait! Wait! You're not going alone.
What? So I find out Jill died, and then I find out she might still be alive in the same game.
I have to find her.
I'm going with you. These are my people that are dying here.
Are you sure about this? A second ago, you were ready to cut and run.
I can't just turn my back and walk away.
There are no more orders from here on in. It's just us.
We're partners. To the end. Now let's get moving.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh, that's the end of chapter 2-3? I assume we're going into chapter 3 now. You can view the Magini file in the library. Kind of want to look at the library. Sec. Let me look at our let's look at our library real quick. Files. You have history of Resident Evil, which I'm gonna read through real quickly. It's 44 pages, but I want to read through it because this is the history up to this point, just to make sure I got everything, and to make sure like all of our lore's up to code. Because I don't remember half the shit going on with like the head of Umbrella, at like Ashford and all them. I don't remember a lot about it, so let's read through this. This is the 1960s. Engineer Michael Warren begins the electrification of Raccoon City. The fifth head of the Ashford family, Edward Ashford, begins his research into what would later become known as the progenitor virus, which is the original virus before the T virus or the G virus. 1962, Oswell E. Spencer enlists architect George Trevor to design and construct a reclusive mansion on the outskirts of Raccoon City. 1966, in December, Oswell E. Spencer, James Marcus, and Edward Ashford officially established the progenitor virus, which reconstitutes a living organism's DNA. 1967, in November, the construction of the mansion and lab facilities in the Arklay Mountains is complete. The Arklay Mountains facilities was in Resident Evil 1. Jessica and Lisa Trevor are injected with a variant of the progenitor virus. Now that is specifically from Remake. Resident Evil 1 Remake. Because I believe Jessica and Lisa Trevor are not in the original. So the lore was retconned in the Remake, which was the game that we played, which had Jessica and Lisa Trevor. Jessica and Lisa Trevor are injected with a variant of the progenitor virus. The virus fails to establish itself in Jessica, and she is subsequently disposed of. The virus shows promise in Lisa, and as a result, she is placed under close observation. George Trevor is chosen to be a test subject. However, due to his intimate knowledge of the mansion facility, he is disposed of instead. 1968, construction of Raccoon City's public transit trolleys begins in Europe, and they are quickly put into use within the city. Spencer founds the pharmaceutical company Umbrella with Marcus and Edward Ashford. The company is established to mask their biological research. So they're doing research on the virus, but they mask it with the Umbrella Corporation and the pharmaceutical company of the Umbrella Corporation. Edward Ashford contracts in July. This is July of 1968. Edward Ashford contracts the progenitor virus and dies. His son, Alexander Ashford, succeeds him as head of the Ashford family, which is, I believe, Alexander Ashford. Edward Ashford. Okay. Because the Ashford family is so complex. That's all Code Veronica, which I'm excited to see the new remake of Code Veronica. So, Alexander Ashford is the one that we fight in Code Veronica. I believe he's the one that thinks he's his sister and himself. His son, Alexander Ashford, succeeds him as head of the Ashford family. In August, the Umbrella Training Facility is established in the Arklay Mountains with Marcus appointed as director. In the Arklay Mountains, that is Resident Evil 1. Or is it? Because there's a research facility in Resident Evil 0, and I don't know if that was Marcus. Or what, but I think Arklay Mountains, I know Arklay Mountains is Resident Evil 1, so Marcus was director of the Arklay Mountains, the mansion, the Resident Evil 1 mansion. 1969, in February, Alexander Ashford begins to design a facility in Antarctica. He secretly makes plans to build an underground laboratory for the purpose of the Code Veronica project. No, Alexander Ashford is the father of the guy that we think. I think. Either way. I think Alexander Ashford is the father of the Ashford guy that we fight in Code Veronica, but I'm not sure. I know the Antarctic base is Code Veronica. November, Umbrella's Antarctic base and research facilities are completed. 1971, the Code... Yes! Okay, yeah, I was right. Because the guy we think is the guy we fight in Code Veronica is Alfred Ashford, who thinks he's Alexia Ashford. And Alexia Ashford's actually a thing, but she's just part of the project. 1971, the Code Veronica project is successful. The twins Alfred and Alexia Ashford are born. 1977, Albert Wesker and William Birkin joined the training facility as prospective managers. This is the training facility in the Arklay Mountains. 1978, in January, Marcus successfully develops the T-virus, which is the virus that starts everything. That's the virus from the Arklay Mountains facility. July, the closure of the training facility is finalized. Wesker and Birkin transfer their T-virus research to the Arklay Research Facility. Oh! Marcus continues his own research in the closed down training facility. They're both in the Arklay Mountains. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, the Arklay Mountains Research Facility. That is the mansion in Resident Evil 1. The Arklay Mountains Training Facility is the mansion in Resident Evil 0. Marcus continues his own research in the closed down training facility. So they had been in the training facility this whole time. Yeah, the Umbrella Corporation, the Umbrella Training Facility is established in the Arklay Mountains with Marcus appointed as director. That's why I was confused. I did not know they were both in the Arklay Mountains. But yeah, the training facility, and that's why Albert Wesker and William Birkin are managers of that facility. Albert Wesker and William Birkin were not managers of the research facility, if I'm not mistaken. The mansion in Resident Evil 1. They were managers in Resident Evil 0. Because they played a big part in Resident Evil 0. But, yes, so training facility is closed, but Marcus continues his own research in it. and Wesker and Birkin transfer their... Oh, no, they were in the research facility. Wesker and Birkin transfer their T-virus research to the Arclay research facility. But Marcus continues his own research in the closed-down training facility, which starts the leech version of the T-virus. Marcus starts the leech version of the T-virus, while Wesker and Birkin go to the other training facility and continue to research the original T-virus from Resident Evil 1. 1981, July. Although only 10 years old, Alexia Ashford graduates at the top of her class from a prestigious university. Birkin begins to view Alexia as a rival. What? Where did that happen? Yep. Alexia injects her father, Alexander, with the T. Veronica virus, but the experiment ends in failure. 1983, December. Wesker researches secondary exposure to the T-virus. He begins to have reservations about Spencer's plans. Spencer's? Where did Spencer come in? Okay. Who? Oh, Oswald E. Spencer. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, the mansion in the Arclay Mountains is Oswald E. Spencer's mansion. I don't... Okay, mansion and lab facilities in the Arclay Mountains is complete in 1967. Later, they do the training thing, where Wesker and Birkin were managers. They join the team at the training facility, but then go to the research facility in the Arclay Mountains that Spencer's head of. Marcus is head of the training facility. Spencer is head of the research facility. So he begins to have reservations about Spencer's plans. Alexia injects herself with the T. Veronica virus and enters a 15-year cryogenic sleep. To maintain the secrecy of this plan, it is reported that she died of accidental exposure to the virus. 1987, Michael Warren becomes mayor of Raccoon City. 1988, Wesker, under orders from Spencer, assassinates Marcus. That is revealed in Resident Evil 0. Under Birkin's guidance, the T-virus program begins development of the BOW Tyrant. Umbrella begins work on the Nemesis project at its 6th European research facility. Really? Which I assume is ran by the Ashford family? But all they're really talking about with the Ashford family is T. Veronica, which that was their whole thing, was T. Veronica. It's literally named after a woman in their family. I think Veronica is grandmother? I'm not sure. Maybe, I don't know. There's a woman in the Ashford family named Veronica that everyone reveres, and they named the virus after her. But, the TRS program begins development of the BOW Tyrant. And Umbrella begins to work on the Nemesis project at its 6th European research facility. So Nemesis is not a tyrant. Tyrant is Mr. X. Mr. X is the tyrant. And the tyrant dies. The Nemesis project is not a tyrant. The Nemesis project is a completely different thing. It is not a tyrant, it is the Nemesis. 1991, Umbrella begins construction of an expansive underground laboratory beneath Raccoon City. That is shown in Resident Evil 2. Spencer approves Birkin's G-Virus project and work begins on it. Oh, the G-Virus, which is a different virus. So we started with the T-Virus, which is Resident Evil 1, and I think the G-Virus is what breaks out in Resident Evil 2, if I'm not mistaken. Wesker is transferred to the Information Department. 1992, Umbrella contributes funds for the refurbishment of City Hall and the buildings of the General Hospital. In the building of the General Hospital, a statue of Michael Warren is erected in City Hall, who's the mayor. Raccoon City Police Chief Brian Irons begins conducting negotiations with Umbrella. Oh, Brian Irons! Yes, he's the freak. He's the freakazoid. He's the one that, like, tortures tortures zombified police officers in the third floor library, or the third floor files room right next to the library in Resident Evil 2. He's also the one that does something to the little girl. I don't know if he was intending to rape her or what, but that freako. Birkin transfers to the underground lab in Raccoon City. Clandestine meetings with Irons begin. So Irons is doing negotiations with Umbrella. He was really close with Umbrella. That is why his whole thing was with the orphanage. He stays in the orphanage. I think he starts the orphanage or Umbrella starts the orphanage. One of the two. Birkin transfers to the underground lab in Raccoon City. So Birkin goes to the underground lab. William Birkin. Oh! Oh shit! I didn't even make the connection. I didn't realize. William Birkin is the final boss fight. Holy shit, that was William Birkin. I didn't realize William Birkin, because William Birkin's in Resident Evil 0. He's constantly seen with those little clips with Wesker. So he's in Resident Evil 0. I did not realize that was the William Birkin that we were talking about. Oh! Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay. He's the guy in the boss fight that's absolutely fucked in the underground lab. The final boss fight after you get the sample in both Leo and Claire's playthrough. Leon and Claire's playthrough. And you also fight him 2 separate times. He has a phase 1, then goes away, then comes back for a phase 2, then comes back for a phase 3. You hit this man with a fucking crane. He's a bitch. Oh, damn it. But that's Birkin. I did not realize that was Birkin. I did not realize that was the William Birkin that we're thinking of. Just why was Birkin in the underground laboratory? We saw Birkin in the underground laboratory. And he starts the BOW Tyrant. Oh man. And Birkin starts the G virus. And that's the one in Resident Evil 2. That is the one in Resident Evil 2. Wesker is transferred to the information department from City Hall. Oh my gosh. Yes! That's why I got infected all over Raccoon City, because they were doing the G virus, not the T virus, the G virus in the underground lab. So it came up from the underground lab, it was under Raccoon City. That's Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 1, that was the T virus, and Resident Evil 0, that was the T virus. But there are 2 separate versions of the T virus. Resident Evil 0 was Marcus's version, where he injected leeches with the T virus. While Resident Evil 1 was Spencer's version of the T virus that had an outbreak in the Arclay Mountains, but that was snuffed. It was the version of the G virus that was in the underground lab under Birkin's help. Because now Birkin is the head of the frickin' underground laboratory and starts the G virus project in the underground lab. That's the one that infects all of Raccoon City, leading to Raccoon City being nuked. Alfred Ashford graduates from a university in England and becomes, this is in 1993. Alfred Ashford graduates from a university in England and becomes director of the Antarctic facility. Yes, he rises up the ranks. This is in Resident Evil. This is in Code Veronica. He rises up the ranks to eventually become an executive of Umbrella and then director of Rockfort Island. In December, a training facility for anti-BOW squad members is completed. So, anti-BOW squad members. Right, because this is in 93. So, do they already know? Maybe it's their talk with Brian Irons. Maybe it's their talk with Brian. Because he knows about their plans. Maybe he starts a training facility? 1994, John from the Chicago lab takes over for Birkin at the Arclay Research Facility. Yes. The Arclay Research Facility is the mansion for Resident Evil 1. Alfred builds a private mansion and prison on Rockfort Island. That's the island that you're on in Code Veronica. The starter island. And then you move to the Antarctic base. 1996, Raccoon City's police department STARS team is founded with Wesker as captain. Hunk, later of the Umbrella Special Forces, undergoes combat training at Rockfort Island. Because they're in cahoots with the police chief, of course they would put Wesker as captain of STARS. Oh my gosh. (1998) in May, a mysterious clone of Marcus's appears at the Umbrella training facility. Oh, 1998 in May is when all shit goes down. What's Cerberus? A mysterious clone of Marcus's appears at the Umbrella training facility. That is the clone. Yes, that's the clone in Resident Evil 0, because it's just a whole bunch of his leeches in his form. There's a large-scale viral leak at the Arclay Mansion, which is Resident Evil 1. The research lab there is destroyed. Cerberus claims its first victim, a 20-year-old woman whose body is found dismembered. I don't know who Cerberus is. June, Cerberus sightings are reported in a local Raccoon City magazine. And this is Resident Evil 0. Well, no, Resident Evil 0 is before the Arclay Mountains thing. No, the research lab there is not destroyed when, the research lab is destroyed before STARS goes in there. The research lab there was already destroyed. Right? That's what led to the viral leak, was the destruction of the research lab. What is Cerberus? One sec. I'm gonna look this up. Because they just name drop Cerberus out of nowhere. Oh, is Cerberus just the dogs? Oh, okay. Cerberus is just the dogs. They're just named Cerberus. So the dogs claim its first victim. So not even the zombies killed the first person, the dogs did. Which makes sense with the beginning of Resident Evil 1. Being the first thing that attacks the STARS team, STARS Alpha team, is a Cerberus. But apparently they got into Raccoon City. July, 2 groups are sent to investigate the training facility. The first is wiped out by BOWs located on the premises. There is an increase in reports of accidents and missing persons in the Arclay Mountains. The city sends the STARS Bravo team to investigate. Yep. This is Resident Evil 0. Bravo team's helicopter experiences engine trouble for unknown reasons and is forced to put down in the Arclay Mountains. Bravo team takes the Ecliptic Express to investigate the training facility, which is later destroyed. That's fun. That's cool. Because they don't take the damn Express. The Express starts without them. They didn't know they were going to the training facility. But that's all talking about what Rebecca and, oh, what's his name? What the hell is his name? It's Rebecca. No, I'm just thinking Leon because I'm trying to think of like what Rebecca says when she's in trouble. But I'm just thinking Leon because that's what what's her face would say in Resident Evil 4 when she's in trouble. What is this guy's name? It's like it's like a basic white guy name. Lieutenant Cohen. Cohen is his last name. Billy. I think yeah, Billy Cohen. But that's Rebecca and Billy. They take the Ecliptic Express to investigate the training facility, which is later destroyed. Alpha Team is sent out to search for Bravo Team when communication is lost. The occurrence of the mansion incident. Because Alpha Team, which is Chris, Jill, and Wesker, and all of them. Bravo Team leader, and Enrico. Bravo Team leader Enrico Marini learns Wesker's true identity. Wesker murders Enrico. That's in Resident Evil 1. Ravaged by the virus, the mansion and the lab are destroyed. 4 members of the Alpha Team and 1 member of Bravo Team escape the catastrophe. So this is the true ending that I didn't get. Survivors: Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Barry Burton, Brad Vickers, and Rebecca Chambers. Because Rebecca Chambers goes from... Well, she's just found in the... They just find Rebecca in the Arclay Mountains facility. She went from the training facility to the mansion. The training facility to the research facility. So from the Resi 0 mansion to the Resi 1 mansion. And is found by Chris Redfield. I don't remember who Brad Vickers is. He might have been the helicopter pilot. No, Brad. I remember Brad. Anyway. I don't remember Brad that much, but Brad. Wesker escapes the Arclay research facility before it is destroyed. Which is different. That's something, because Resident Evil 1 had differences between Jill and Chris's playthroughs. In Chris's playthrough, Wesker full-on fucking dies. He gets mollywopped. But in Jill's playthrough, he's just kind of shoved to the side and he escapes. So I don't know which one's right. All 4, because Barry is only in Jill's playthrough and Rebecca is only in Chris's playthrough. So all 4 of them escape. But if you're playing on Chris's playthrough, it'll look like only him and Rebecca escaped. But I guess in reality, all 4 of them escaped. And apparently Wesker escapes too, which I don't know, because it could be because I don't remember in Chris's playthrough. I think in Chris's playthrough he was injected with the virus, because later on he is injected with the virus. He is a BOW in his own, but like in his own right. He is already injected with the virus. In Code Veronica, he has all the powers of being injected with the virus. So I think what happened, depending on who fucks him over, like who confronts him, either Chris or Jill, either he dies and comes back by the virus, or he gets thrown away like, ooh, my knee, and then he leaves and injects himself anyways. Who knows? But he escapes the Arclay research facility before it is destroyed. Infection in tow. August, former STARS member Chris Redfield learns of the G virus and heads to Europe to investigate Umbrella. Ah, that's in Code Veronica. He heads to Europe to investigate. Which is why Claire goes to Europe in Code Veronica X to find Chris, who went to Europe to find things about the G virus. September, the virus spreads throughout Raccoon City via infected mice. The city is declared a biohazard as incidents of cannibalism continue to rise. Birkin completes work on the G virus. A zombie horde attacks the city's police station. The virus from the Arclay research facility? Because that would be the T virus. I'm gonna look this up. Oh. Who's Hunk? I'm looking. So, okay, the answer to my question before was both. T-virus makes the zombies. G-virus makes the, huge, like, bioweapons. Like, the huge, like, mutants. That's G-virus. While normal zombies is the T-virus. One sec. Okay, Hunk is just some guy in Resident Evil 2. Anyway, because we'd seen Hunk. Oh. He's in one of the RE2 remake things. Okay. One of the, like, extra game modes. He's in the 4th Survivor. But he was a USS, like... He was part of the operation to take the G-Virus from Birkin. But anyways, G-Virus creates the huge, like... monster guys. Like the, mutated, like... slug people things in the sewers. Something like that. And the T-Virus just creates the normal zombies. Now we're doing a lot of stuff with the G-Virus, and not the T-Virus. That's why we're seeing a lot of mutants. And I think the G-Virus is what Birkin, you know, in RE2. That's why he turns into a huge-ass mutant. Tyrant is just normal T-Virus. Nemesis, I don't know if it's T-Virus or G-Virus. I'm not really sure. But that's the difference. They're both in Resident Evil 2. Didn't know that. I thought it was like different games had different viruses. But they have kind of the same thing. It's just how you have normal-ass zombies and freaking huge-ass mutant bitches from what seems like the same virus. They're not the same virus. It's the T-Virus versus the G-Virus. Zombie horde attacks the city police station. That's Resident Evil 2. The police station is destroyed and Chief Irons descends into mania. Of course he does. He's a fuck ass. Warren escapes the city but leaves his daughter behind. Where was that from? I might have I might have just forgotten that. It might have been in one of the games that I just don't remember. UBCS, Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service, arrives in the city to begin rescue operations. Rookie police officer Leon S. Kennedy arrives in the city at the same time as Claire Redfield. Umbrella deploys the BOW Nemesis T-Type into the city, and it begins to hunt for former STARS member Jill Valentine. Oh! So RE3 and RE2 are happening in, like, the same time? That's RE2, and this is RE3. No, now, mind you, I played RE3. Well, yeah, because in RE3, they're in Raccoon City. Are they in Raccoon City? I played the remake, so. Umbrella deploys mass-produced tyrants into the city. Which is... Nemesis? No, not Nemesis. Which is Mr. X. Leon and Claire escape the city with William and Annette Birkin's daughter, Sherry. With the arrival of the U.S. military, the city is placed under martial law. UBCS survivors are exploited by Umbrella's official observer of the situation, Nikolai Genoveyev, and they die off one by one. The hospital is destroyed. What? Nikolai Genoveyev? The fuck is him? The fuck is he? I'm doing a lot of Googling. I want to get the lore. The reason I'm playing every single one of them is because I want to get the lore. But the lore is so... Oh! They misspelled his name. Or they changed his name. Nikolai Zinoviev, which is... Nikolai is the Russian dude from RE3 that fucks over Claire. Or not Claire, Jill. That fucks Jill over and all that shit. That's Nikolai. Okay. Death one by one, the hospital is destroyed. That's also in RE3. Ada Wong and Hunk each acquire samples of the G virus. That's in RE2. Hunk is acquiring samples of the G virus? The underground lab in Raccoon City is destroyed. That's all RE2. October. The US government decides to eliminate the virus threat by destroying Raccoon City with a missile strike. December. Claire infiltrates the Paris laboratory only to be captured and imprisoned on Rockford Island. That's all Veronica. Wesker attacks the island with his own private force and releases the T virus onto the island. Claire escapes from the prison and sends an email to Leon asking for help. Her location is made known to Chris. Jill escapes Raccoon City and goes to Chris's apartment, but he has already left for Rockford Island. Alfred Ashford escapes the island. Chris arrives at Rockford Island and finds Wesker. Alexia Ashford wakes up from her cryogenic sleep at the Antarctic base. Alfred dies shortly after, via Alexia. Claire and Chris are reunited at the Antarctic base, and together they defeat Alexia. They escape before the base is destroyed. In 2002, Jack Krauser fakes his own death and joins Wesker's secret organization. This is leading up to Resident Evil 4. 2003, February. Chris and Jill take part in the mission to destroy the Umbrella Caucasus research facility in Russia. They were successful in destroying a new BOW known as T-Alos. 2004, this is Resident Evil 4. The US president's daughter, Ashley Graham, is kidnapped by the religious group known as the Los Illuminados. The actual kidnapping was carried out by Krauser. Oh, I missed that. Leon Kennedy was scheduled to join Ashley's Secret Service detail, but is ordered to find her instead. Leon Kennedy is injected with the Las Plagas parasite by the Los Illuminados. After that, he and Ashley, who is also infected with the same parasite, take shelter in a church. After escaping the village, Leon and Ashley are forced to seek refuge in an old castle, but Ashley is once again apprehended. This time, she is taken to an isolated island by Krauser under the orders of Raymond Salazar, the 8th head of the Salazar family. Leon confronts Salazar and defeats him. Leon heads to the island to find Ashley. It is there that he defeats both Jack Krauser and Osmond Sadler, the leader of the Los Illuminados cult. Leon and Ashley use the facility on the island to remove the parasites. Ada Wong steals the Las Plagas parasite sample from Leon. Leon and Ashley escape from the island by jet ski. Okay. Cool. So So that was a brief rundown. A not so brief rundown. That was about 20 minutes. But, okay, BSAA. Following the annihilation of Raccoon City, Umbrella was hit hard with multiple lawsuits for their involvement in the incident, as they should be. But there was an organization that was hit even harder by the fallout of that incident, the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium, an organization comprised of pharmaceutical companies from around the world. Umbrella's development of and experimentation with BOWs, along with the sale of those weapons on the black market, caused people to distrust the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium. And the fact that Umbrella was an executive board member only deepened their misgivings. If things had ended there, the consortium may have just escaped with a tarnished reputation. But in today's world, medicine is an integral part of almost all medical procedures. The public is also quite informed when it comes to which medications are trusted and which are not. If the population loses trust in the pharmaceutical company responsible for creating certain medications, it can quickly bankrupt said company. The Umbrella trials took a turn for the worse for the consortium when prosecutors presented evidence that incriminated many other pharmaceutical companies. Prosecutors showed that Umbrella acquired medicines and techniques developed by other companies and employed them in their own bioweapons research. They commissioned each of their respective companies to only partially develop certain medications so that they could not be traced to what was ultimately being developed. The responsible companies thus unwittingly contributed to the development of bioweapons. Until this development in the case, the consortium looked at the lawsuits as Umbrella's problem. Now the problem was thrust into their laps as well. The companies that were linked to Umbrella faced the possibility of sharing blame for the deaths of hundreds of thousands of innocent people, and if Umbrella lost the lawsuits, they would face bankruptcy as well. Even if Umbrella was found not guilty of any wrongdoing, the negative publicity would not only be disastrous for sales, but the governments of the world would revoke the company's permits to sell their products. Not having permission to distribute their products worldwide would effectively dismantle their businesses. The pharmaceutical companies realized they had no choice but to take drastic measures to counter the dismal prospects. The consortium decided to strike a deal with the prosecutors. They would put all their efforts into assisting with the case against Umbrella, even to the point of turning over an internal company documentation. The prosecutors in the case, being obsessed with seeing Umbrella fall, agreed to accept the help of the consortium's companies, and in return, they would not pursue legal action against them. In 2003, Umbrella was found guilty on all charges. With its fall, the scandal that rocked the pharmaceutical industry to its core could finally be put to rest. But Umbrella's dismantlement led to an unforeseen situation. In the fallout of Umbrella's collapse, BOWs began to show up on the black market. The weapons wound up in the hands of terrorists, guerrilla fighters, and unstable state governments. Soon the threat of these BOWs began to be felt around the world. Faced with a new Umbrella-like crisis, the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium knew they would have to take immediate action. It was then that the Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance, BSAA, was formed to fight threats from BOWs. That's the BSAA is what we are currently under. That's what Chris and Sheva are all fighting under. Upon its initial foundation, only 11 elite individuals were made part of the BSAA. Their job was limited to that of observers to armies and police units around the world that conducted counter-bioterrorism operations. Unfortunately, the world's bioterrorism problem was much bigger than anyone had anticipated, and so a new course of action was required to handle the problem. To that end, consideration was given to creating a team that could react instantly to threats. But the BSAA was still only a civilian-led organization. They could not operate freely in sovereign nations, and thus were unable to conduct investigations, make pertinent arrests, or even use force when the situation dictated it. It was clear now that the threat of bioterrorism was now the entire world's problem, and something would have to be done. The BSAA was then reformed under the UN's jurisdiction. As a UN-controlled special forces team, the BSAA's acceptance by the UN's member states was taken as a given. The truth of the matter was that only 70% of the member states would approve of BSAA activities on their soil, and the remainder of the states would only approve BSAA activities in their countries on a conditional basis. That is how the current incarnation of the BSAA was formed. The BSAA's headquarters was located in England, but any further details of the location were not released to the public. Since the BSAA team had to be able to be deployed within 12 hours, It was assumed that they were located near an airport hub or an Air Force base. Some sources claim that the BSAA had bases in the area under their jurisdiction. The following is a list of areas under the jurisdiction of the respective BSAA branches. European headquarters is Europe and West Russia. Middle East branch, the Middle Eastern part of Africa. North American branch, the entire North American continent. Chris Redfield is stationed here. Party went out. The entire North American continent. Chris Redfield is stationed here. South American branch, the entire South American continent. West African branch, the western part of the African continent. Shiva Alamar is stationed here. East African branch, the eastern part of the African continent. Far East branch, eastern Russia and the countries east of India. Oceanian branch, Australia is the center of operations for Oceania. Antarctica, where Umbrella's Antarctic base was located, falls under the jurisdiction of the Oceanian branch. Each BSAA branch had a considerable number of people on their tactical teams, most of them coming from police, special forces, and militaries around the world. The support staff for the teams were also quite large, and they came mainly from government organizations in different countries. There were many groups of experts on the staff that provided technical, medical, physical, and mental support to the teams. The BSAA deployment teams were divided into two groups. The first group was the Special Operations Unit, SOU. The SOU were sanctioned to infiltrate an area, engage in combat, and subdue offenders. Teams were usually comprised of 12 members, and each team was divided into 3 4-man cells. Sorry. A special feature of the SOU is the flexibility of its personnel during operations. In order to match the scale of an operation, cells from other teams are brought in on a regular basis. For one specific joint operation, there were 70 elite members working together. Dan Dechant is currently the leader of Alpha Team for this operation. The team is comprised of his own standard team along with cells from other teams. The designation Alpha Team will only be used for this operation. Reports indicate that because unknown BOWs are involved, the efficacy of the tactical team's methods for handling them may be low, and consideration has to be given to the strong points that raise their efficacy. Another key part of the BSAA is the Special Operations Unit, the Special Operations Agent, SOA. Usually they are referred to as just agents, and unlike the SOU, agents work alone. The agents are primarily involved in investigations and espionage activities, and as such, they are considered the eyes and ears of the BSAA. During certain operations, it may become difficult for tactical teams to penetrate to the front, so it is up to the agents to carry out the missions. During those types of missions, a 2-man cell is the basic deployment unit required to carry out the mission. Sometimes agents must go beyond the jurisdiction of a BSAA branch to carry out their missions. Many of them are dispatched to areas with unlawful activities. This mission sees Agent Chris Redfield in that role. Agents who work alone are highly capable, and they rank higher than SOU members. However, agents are not chosen so much for their abilities or technical prowess, but for the psychological state and aptitude in handling situations. In actual skills and abilities, they may be outperformed by SOU members. The BSAA is a public organization with an international staff, but owing to the logistics of running such an organization, it is a well-known fact that most of their funding comes from the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium. While their relationship has been the target of much criticism, the consortium's funding removes the financial burden from participatory nations, and as such, any motivation to change the situation and incur unwanted expenses It removes the financial burden from participatory nations, and as such, any motivation to change the situation and incur unwanted expenses. As for the consortium, their sponsorship acts as a much-needed industry-wide PR service. So far, this partnership has been beneficial to all parties involved. On a final note, the 11 members who were part of the BSAA from the beginning are highly respected within the organization, and are known as the Original 11. The name comes from the original 7, who were the 7 astronauts selected for Project Mercury. One of the Original 11 is Chris Redfield, a number of other members of the Original 11 also work alongside many of the tactical teams. Okay, and then Magini. Listed below is what is currently known regarding the Las Plagas parasite. Though only recently discovered, the parasite known as Las Plagas was sealed away under the family castle of Castellan Ramon Salazar for many generations. The parasite attaches itself to a human host and is assimilated by the central nervous system. Infected humans lose all rational thinking faculties and are wholly subject to control by another type of plaga known as a control plaga, usually another infected human. Hosts may lack rational thought function, but they still retain human-level intelligence, such as the ability to understand and communicate with each other. They can also use tools and are surprisingly crafty when working in groups against an enemy. Leon S. Kennedy documented his encounter with these infected humans in the Kennedy Report. In his report, they were referred to as Ganados. The presence of Las Plagas in this mission has been confirmed. It is currently unknown how the parasites discovered in Europe came to be present in Africa. A known bioweapon smuggler, Ricardo Irving, is wanted for questioning regarding this matter. So we are fighting the Las Plagas virus again. This information was obtained by the BSAA's Alpha team at great personal risk to themselves. Their report indicated that a Las Plagas sample was extracted from Europe and has undergone both biological and genetic modification, creating a more effective and potentially dangerous biological weapon. This modified Las Plagas has been classified by researchers as Type 2 Plagas. The presence of the Type 2 Plagas has been confirmed to be present in Africa by various intel reports. Type 2's initial infection characteristics vary from the original parasite's infection. The Las Plagas discovered in Europe were injected into humans during the egg phase. They would then reach maturity within the host body, at which point they would assume control of the host's central nervous system. With Type 2, infection occurs from a mature parasite. This requires it to enter the host orally, usually by being forced directly into the potential host's mouth. The observed result of this type of infection method is one of extreme muscular convulsions and uncontrollable body spasms. Also of note, whereas the original Las Plagas took anywhere from a few hours to a few days to assimilate a host, Type 2 requires almost zero maturation time. From this point alone, Type 2 is a much more efficient weapon. Infections of this type have already been witnessed by BSAA operatives currently stationed in the area. Type 2 takes over the central nervous system of infected humans and incapacitates normal, rational thought faculties. The infected hosts become willing subjects to the ones that control them. However, to maximize their effectiveness as a weapon, the persons who commanded them do not possess a control plaga to do so. Hosts retain their intelligence, and the abilities of the host are dependent on the abilities inherent in the human before infection. This is the same as with the original version of the Las Plagas parasite. It has been speculated that to raise their proliferation as a weapon, the parasite has been altered so that its hosts will actively infect others in order to increase their numbers. According to intel reports, Type 2 hosts are apparently known as Magini to weapons dealers. This word comes from the local language meaning evil spirit. Because the codename Type 2 exists, it is presumed that there are subsequent numbered types, e.g. Type 3 and Type 4. No confirmation of this, however, has been acquired at this time. Okay, cool. So we have read our files. Do we have any figures? I don't know how to get them, so... Anyway, we're back. Yep, this is chapter 3.
What happened to your plot?
Jill and I were pursuing a man named Albert Wesker.
Oh shit, this is the lore I needed. What happened to Jill?
Wesker. He was a top official with Umbrella and the leader of our STARS unit.
So much
I
lore!
met him again after the Raccoon City incident on Rockford Island. Since then, we've been trying to track him down. Then a few years ago, we got a tip from a reliable source. The whereabouts of Umbrella's founder, Oswell E. Spencer. So we paid him a visit, hoping he'd lead us to Wesker.
Wesker killed Spencer?
Wesker!
Wesker is so Matrix coded. Oh shit! Way to go, Jill!
Jill!
Ah,
Jill's
damn.
body was never found and she was presumed dead. The person I saw in that data looked like her. I have to know if she's still alive.
You two were close.
We were partners. What about you? Why'd you join the BSAA?
My parents were involved in an accident caused by a pharmaceutical company when I was young.
Umbrella?
Yes. I only found out later that the accident was to cover up the manufacturing of biological weapons for terrorists. They were using Africa as a test bed for their experiments. Bioweapons were responsible for the deaths of my parents. And someone has to pay for that.
So you joined the BSAA?
There's only so much one person can do. Even a superhero like you, Chris.
I'm no superhero. But together, we can end this.
Then let's make a stand for our fallen brothers.
Hang on.
This don't look no good. Picked up beast slate. The corpse of a BSA agent. Such a tragedy. His PDA has an unsent message. Schedule report. With the evidence gathered thus far, it would appear that most of Delta Team was wiped out between the time they requested backup and the time we reached the area. One of their beacons was still transmitting an active signal, so we moved to intercept due to the possibility of survivors. While en route, the beacon's transmission ceased. Judging by the last transmission, the beacon should be just ahead of our current position. There's a sealed door currently blocking our route, so infiltration may prove difficult. End report. To make sure everything's charged. Or everything's like, you know what I mean. It's shut tightly. Don't think we can open it. I got a beetle. Cool. Glad I have that. Now, do we get back on? I have no clue where we're going. Obtain the slate map. Okay. Edit data to PDA map. Alright, so we need to get all the slates. Seems simple enough. Alright.
You grab it.
No, we get a lot of pots.
You grab it.
Okay.
I think I make sure Shiva has ammo.
You grab it.
Roger.
It's cold. Probably hasn't been used recently. This is gonna be a fight. I should have given that to Shiva.
I see something up there. Give me a hand.
Not yet. I'm making sure there's no more things. Alright. Picked up Shaman Slate. I knew it. Oh dear. Well, that's interesting.
They're all infected.
How could someone do this to them?
No, shit.
Take this.
Shiva, thank you. Oh, damn. Sorry, Shiva.
I need ammo.
I know you do. I need help. You don't see me complaining. Oh, hey.
You grab it.
Okay. Thanks, partner.
What the hell is that? Oh shit, Shiva!
Hold on.
Damn it! Shiva! Stop shooting me! Shoot at the enemy!
You grab it.
Roger.
Take it.
Roger.
I don't have any other heals. I'll hold on to it. I want to actually, you know, mix them. Get a full heal. No, Shiva needs health.
I owe you one.
Yeah, okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Oh, document. Shooting an enemy will give you an opening to get close enough to fight it directly. Not only do physical attacks help you conserve ammo, they also do serious damage. Where you shoot the enemy, arm, leg, head, leg, etc., will determine what type of attack you can unleash. You can start with a hook or a twist knee for Shiva, and chain other attacks to it. You can alternate between attacks and chain up to 3 of them in a row. Okay. Good to know. I can use that to conserve ammo, which I need to do, like, desperately. Because I am running low. The hell?
Looks like we have to go this way.
No, dear. I am not a fan of this. Oh, fuck, that's a gator. Yes, continue. They said, here, have a gator. Fucking hell. As I was running, I ran right past it and said, oh shit, that's a gator, and then died. Oh shit, that's a gator. You think? Ooh, a stun rod might be nice. I'll save up for a stun rod. And I'll take some hand grenades. And I will swap out I'll swap that out for handguns or hand grenades.
Looks like we have to go this way.
Oh! Oh! Fuck no! Hi! You are fucker! Oh shit! Shiva, run! Oh shit! Shiva, run! I'm not fucking with gators. Fuck no! I don't fuck with that shit! Go fuck off! I don't like anything that I can't fully see. Shiva, let's go! Don't fuck off! Oh, fuck off! Oh, fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! I said fuck off! We're breaking free! I got achievement meat shower. Defeat 3 Majini with... Did she pick up the red herb? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Hell fuck no. Already get smashed. Cool. No, we'll take that as well.
Give me an herb.
Take this!
Oh, she went and picked it up?
Thanks.
I was clearing my inventory so that I could pick it up, you bastard. Damn you. You have you have 2 full mags of ammo. I got 10 bullets only. Fucking hell. Oh, damn you! I fucking hate gators. So much. Are you fucking joking? What do I fill up of?
I owe you one.
You grab it.
Roger.
Alright, Raptor Slate picked up. Let's try this again. Go. Other gator. Oh shit, other gator. Leave the fucking area. I'm done. I'm done with gators. Fuck gators. Don't fuck gators, that's bestiality.
Slow down. It's hard enough to shoot as it is.
What do you have to shoot?
There are fish here.
Where the fuck do I enter? Oh, right here. At least this one's on the fucking ground.
You grab it.
Okay.
She even needs it more than I do. For now. How much ammo? You know what? I'm gonna give this to her.
Thanks, partner.
I'm gonna deal with the heals.
Come on.
Okay.
She can take.
Come on.
Okay.
Take it.
Okay.
You gonna pick that up? Got this. I'll take that. Oh, are you kidding me? Get physical achievement unlocked. Defeat 20 enemies with physical attacks.
Thanks, partner.
Well, they can't be stomped on because they just get back up again. Oh, now they can be stomped on. Fuck you. I'm trying to do as many physical attacks as possible so that I don't have to do a kill shot. Saves ammo.
Come on.
I'll pick this up.
You grab it.
Okay.
You grab it.
Okay.
Alright. Warrior Slate got. Sorry, there's hissing going on, and I don't know if that's in the game or if that's me. Like if I'm about to be attacked by like an alligator in real life. Are alligators in Texas? Probably. It's not as bad as Florida, but they're there.
You steer. I'll shoot.
All right. Can we not leave? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay, cool. We can leave now. Can I run these bitches over? I would love to. Yeah! Get ran over, bitch! One sec. I'm trying to find something. Real quick. In real life. Oh. There it is. I must have sat it like next to me and I moved around to get comfortable and sat on it. Oh. Alright. Let's do this thing. There's a checkpoint every time I put in a slate. That's funny as hell. Alright, let's go. Not fucking gators. Ow. The hell? What the hell's hitting me? Well, that's a trap. If I've ever seen one, I've seen a couple of traps in my day. That looks like a trap. That's stupid. Huh.
Thanks, partner.
I'll give her that.
Thanks, partner.
I use that on both of us. Aw, damn it.
Take it.
Roger.
You grab it.
Okay.
You know what? One of us needs to sell one of our weapons. Especially if the Magnum's coming in, I might have her sell her handgun and go for Magnum.
Come on.
I can't right now.
Give me a grenade.
Use this.
Give me an herb.
Take this. Thanks.
Give me a grenade.
Use this.
Give me a grenade.
Take this.
We're not using them.
Give me a grenade.
Use this.
Give me an herb.
Take this.
Yeah, if Magnum's coming in, I'm gonna replace
You grab it.
Okay.
her handgun with the Magnum. And I'll have her give me... Where's that up? I'll have her give me... So that we can spread out our ammo more. Because it would be great if, like, I get all the handgun pickups, she gets all the Magnum pickups. It's okay.
Take it.
Roger.
What the hell? Oh, damn. Go. Do not throw away all those grenades. Go. Watch out! Exploding head. Pull off 20 headshots. Shit, I'm out. Chris.
You need to be careful.
Thank you. Trying to be.
Take this.
Go. Go. Hello.
I need your help. Thanks, partner. Take this. Nice teamwork.
Oh, fuck that.
You grab it.
Okay. You need to be careful.
Alright, cool. They're all dead. I have no ammo anymore.
You grab it.
Roger.
Okay, we have a lot of shit we need to be doing now. Because she now has the Magnum. Which means we're gonna sell her pistol. And I will be taking all of her pistol ammo. Because she has the Magnum. We're swapping out her pistol for the Magnum. No, I don't want that.
Take it.
Okay. You're taking the crank?
I'm sorry, I had to. I had to. Well, now you do this. And now... Okay. Maybe I sell my Dragonov. Thinking I do that. Well, which one costs more? The Dragonov. So I'll sell the Dragonov. I will give my rifle ammo to her. So now the only ammo that we share, is machine gun ammo. So I'll actually give her my machine gun ammo. The only ammo we share is machine gun ammo. So she will not pick up. She will pick up handgun ammo and shotgun ammo and immediately give it to me. And I have room for more shit. I want to buy the stun rod, to be honest. Oh, it's a Smith & Wesson. Let's go. Yeah, hers is better firepower. Slower. I'm gonna grab the stun rod. I want that to be on my team. Organize. Chris. So. Yes. Hell yeah. Now. Okay. I'll upgrade my reload speed as well. Then let's focus on upgrading Shiva's stuff. Love to upgrade that Smith & Wesson. Upgrade the piercing power. And then upgrade her reload speed. Okay. Ready.
You're taking the crank? Okay, I'll head for the bridge.
Won't open, it's locked from the other side. Yeah, Shiva has to go and get it. Thank you, Shiva. Dragonfly ammo? That's to her. Isn't it? Let me see what the stun rod does. Oh, man! And it doesn't have any ammo. Oh, that's perfect. I'll pick that up.
Take it.
Pick that up.
Roger.
I'll pick that up. Ah, Shiva should have picked it up, but that's fine. One moment. Party went out. Cool. Handgun ammo goes to me. Because I am the warrior of handgun ammo. That's why we have to go. What's down here? Ooh, ceremonial mask. Thank you. Alrighty. Oh, that's the end of the chapter. You can view Chris Redfield file in the library. You can now play Lost in Nightmares. We'll wait until I get a couple of more files to go back and go to our library. Oh, sell that. We haven't been upgrading her stuff at all. Let's just upgrade her things for now. Let's see. Let's upgrade her S75. Nah, man. I'll go ahead and buy first aid spray, and we'll save the rest. Give that to Shiva. No. Yeah, give that to Shiva. Ready. Because she'll do it while I'm busy fighting. Which is great, because half the time I die because I don't stop in the middle of fighting to heal. She handles that for me. Execution ground. This ain't good. Man, I'm so glad I went to the kill me chamber. I wonder what's gonna happen in the kill Chris Redfield Emporium.
Take it.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I wasn't expecting that. Man, they really love killing people in the execution chamber. Man, that's crazy. I didn't think about that. I didn't think people would be dying here in the execution chamber. Did you grab handgun ammo, you absolute bastard?
Take this.
Good shot, Shiva. We're breaking free! Damn it, I instinctively picked it up.
You need to be careful.
Thank you.
Take it.
Okay.
You grab it.
Okay.
Alright, I want to see what the stun rod will do. Come on over. Whack! 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 Come on over. Whack! Whack! Yo, this shit works. The stun rod, I'm only gonna use it from now on. This shit works. It is beautiful. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ow. Come on. Come on. Damn. One hit. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's bad. Dude, this stun rod is a gift. This stun rod is the best thing in this whole game. I can melee everything. Won't open, it's locked from the other side. Oh, you're not gonna tell me to go in the fucking water. You're not gonna Poseidon this shit. Hell no. Get in the water. No, fuck that. No. No. No, I refuse. No. Oh, wait. There's a crank. That's over there. Oh, no, it's right there. This time, I won't do the crank. I'm gonna have Shiva do the crank. Normally, I do the crank, but because I'm the first one to see it. But.
Sheva.
Roger, get on the raft, and I'll turn the crank.
Oh, the game just makes her do it. All right, cool. Crank that shit, raw dog.
I'll handle it. Be careful on that thing.
Get me up, get me up. Away from that shit. I can't wait to whack more people with my stun baton. Okay, cool.
Tricell. They helped fund the BSAA. What the hell are they doing here?
Uh-oh. The Bissa isn't that good. It would seem. The Bissa. Turns out it's not that good. Hell to the fuck! Hell to the fuck! Hell to the fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Document. Type 3 Plagas field test. 1 week has passed since the initial field test of Type 3 Plagas. Type 3 was designated to display dramatically enhanced physical abilities over previous versions. The original Las Plagas had a special plaga known as the Control Plaga that would provide a host with enhanced physical abilities. These control types were limited in number and they always caused severe physical changes in the host, and thus it was not always expedient to use them. From a business standpoint, this was undesirable. The idea was to create super soldiers without any side effects, something consumers wanted. Other teams are currently working on developing a similar product to Las Plagas for commercial use, but given the affinity Las Plagas has for human hosts, it seems advantageous to continue to develop it. Other methods may produce superior super soldiers, but if they do not render the host completely controllable, their effectiveness would be limited. Taking a subordinate plaga, the base Las Plagas, and implanting a gene from the control plaga created a new type of plaga, the Type 3. It is believed that if Type 3 can be perfected, it will become the new standard on the bioweapons market. Excuse me. But that day is still on the offing. During a recent field test, a number of issues came to the fore. The chief problem is its ineffectual adherence rate. In adult and adolescent males, the adherence rate is approximately 92%. The same for normal Las Plagas. Bless you. Sorry, Cupcake is here, and she's sneezing all over me. I'm sneezing all over myself. In adult and adolescent males, the adherence rate is approximately 92%. The same for normal Las Plagas. For women and young children, Type 3 has a 0% adherence rate. With these disappointing results, it is obvious that in its current state, Type 3 would not render an adequate product. In addition, superficial mutations were invariably fatal. This is thought to be due to the dynamic influence of the control plaga gene. The test, however, was not without some favorable results. Our goal is to realize dramatic physical enhancements were somewhat real. Our goal to realize dramatic physical enhancements were somewhat realized. The jumping power of hosts has seen remarkable improvement. Another point is one we hadn't predicted: size increase in the hosts, with some reaching a height of almost 3 meters. This could also be, in freedom units, that is about 9 feet. This could also be due to the gene from the control plaga, but it is within acceptable parameters. With this field test, we did not achieve all our initial desired results, but the test was not a complete failure. It may be possible to use the information garnered from the current tests and use them to make improvements in any future tests. Okay. The Plagos was, not doing good, I guess. I don't know.
You grab it.
Roger.
Hey, fuck off! Fuck off!
Take it.
Roger.
Actually, I could use it. I was like,
I owe you one.
Give me an egg.
Use this.
oh, he just eats it raw. Ew. Ew. No, that's cool.
I need ammo.
Use this.
That's cool that he like cracks it on his side and just glop. That's nice. That's a cool idea. One of these is gonna have a snake in it. Oh, just golden.
You grab it.
Roger.
Also, this is a full-on machete. I didn't even realize that. That's not even like a knife. That's a machete.
Looks like we've arrived at the oil field.
Yeah, and Irving's not getting away this time.
I'm gonna stun baton his ass. Get zapped, motherfucker. Oh, shit.
Look, it's Irving.
He looks like Birkin. He looks so much like Birkin. Come on, come on. Wham! Oh, shit. Wham! Wham! Come on, get close. Wham! Wham! Fuck. Wham! Get close. Get close, I dare you. Wham! Get close. Wham! Get close. Yeah, that's what I thought. Get close. Wham! 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 Come on, get nice and close. Wham! Whoa, now I'm having fun. I don't have to worry about ammo. I don't have to worry about shit. I'm having so much fun.
Okay.
Just wham! I love whamming. Whamming the fuck out of some bitches. I love it. I love wham!
I'll cover you.
She'll cover me, she says. Alright. Whamming time is over. My gosh, I have so much handgun ammo. And I'm loving it. Whamming time isn't over! Get whammed! He got freaking whammed! Oh, you wanna fuck with me? You wanna fuck with me? You're about to get whammed! Wham it! It's whamming time! Mighty Morphin whamming time!
Okay.
Take the machine gun ammo. Oh, get whammed! Get whammed! Oh, you thought, get whammed!
Come on!
Okay.
Come on!
Roger.
You grab it.
Okay.
As I said, it's whamming time. Barge shot from the other side. Of course it is, so I have to boost her up. Or not, there's a thing. Oh. This place is a maze. All right. What? Oh, it ain't whamming time anymore. Oh, shit! Oh, you're right, girl. Get Oh shit. Watch your ass. Oh, I need to watch mine. Get wet! Oh shit! Bitch! Why am I done? Damn, the stuntman taught's great. That was gorgeous. I freaking whammed him 3 times and he's down. I unload on this man and he doesn't go down. I'll wham him 3 times and he's done for. And the whole time he's stunned. All you gotta do is get a stun in and then he's stunned and they just keep whapping. Just keep whapping. Whapping. The whaps. Everybody knows that, nobody knows that. My cat's using the litter box now. Yay. My cat, Cupcake, used to not be litter trained. I've litter trained them. Well, I guess they were litter trained, but it's not efficient. They're like, they preferred to go outside because they were an outside cat before. It would seem so, Sheeves. Asked Sheeves. Well. Oh shit! He's here! Get him! Whap him! Get whacked! Ha! Boom! Get! Ow, she hit me. Get whacked! Get whacked! Get whacked! What? Why did she help me? Was she able to help me? Because she didn't. I need to move that litter box away from my fan. Give me 1 second. I don't like having a litter box in my room, but I do. Because she can't go outside. Or like, out of my room. Because she's not used to the cats. And the other cats. Alright, she's digging now, so she's done. Oh, I'm sorry, girl. Didn't mean to scare you. This is just smell good stuff. That is okay with pets. I guess so. It's 100% natural, so. And spray it right behind my fan so it gets all over my bed. Since my fan's right next to my bed. Deodorized cat. Smells great in here. Half a can of Febreze will solve all your problems. Alright. Don't point it at the face where it can whip into the mic. Anyway, I believe we only need to do this one. I think it saves after every one. If I'm not mistaken. Hate that Chainsaw Man's an insta-kill for me, but got it. Oh, shit. Damn it, she hit me too! Hell yeah. Whoever's coming's getting whapped. They're getting whapped. You ready to get whapped? Get whapped! Whapping time! It's a whapping time! I'm not even gonna have the decency to shoot you. I'm just gonna whack your shit. I need this.
You grab it.
Roger.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use it. She needs it. You're welcome, Shivo. Chris, why do you have your gun out? You're supposed to have your weapon stick out. That's the weapon you use. You use the weapon stick. No, everyone befalls the weapon stick.
Josh,
Shiva?
you're alive. Are you okay? What? How did you get here?
We were at the port when we were attacked. And then, well, I ended up here. Where's the rest of the team? Shit!
It's just the three of us now.
Why did you not retreat? I mean, we are no match for them.
I've got unfinished business.
The hard drive containing data on the BOW experiment had a picture inside. The picture was of Chris's friend.
A friend?
I'm not leaving until I catch Irving and find out what the hell's going on here.
Let's save the chit-chat for later. Shiva, cover me.
Hurry!
Cover me.
Weapon stick! Weapon time! Oh shit, sorry Shiva, I thought you were one of them. Whap! It's weapon time! Come on, come on! You ready to get whacked? You better be. You better be.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Shiva. It's weapon time! Uh-oh. Here we go. One of my thumbsticks was coming loose.
There's bound to be more of them around.
It's a weapon time! It's a weapon on! Come on! Get wet! Get wet! Oh! Oh, shit! Whap! Get wet! Get wet! Come on. Oh! Get wet! Get wet! Yeah, you got it, man. Get wet! Uh-oh. Hey, big guy. Get wet! Get wet! Get wet!
Got it. You two, on the elevator. Move!
No, I'm not finished whapping! Get wet! Get wet! Dude, the stun baton brings that guy to his knees. Oh! Get wet! Get wet! Get wet! Cattle prod, rare achievement unlocked. Defeat 30 enemies with the stun rod. Yeah! I don't know why that's a rare achievement. Only like 7% of players get it. The cattle prod is the best. The whapping stick is my favorite weapon. Whap! Whap! It's so good. It's so unbelievably good. It is high class weaponry. And while that's going on, I can do other things. While that's going on, I can hold on to any ammo I get. Whap! Whap! I'm sorry, Shiva. Shit. Come on, Shiva. We gotta whap. It's whapping time. Get away from our friend. Whap! Get away from our friend. Whap! Hook! Get whacked! Probably this is a Resident Evil game. Oh! Get whacked! Get whacked! Weapon just works!
This is going to be a pain in the ass. But I will see what I can do.
It just works! Weapon just works! That's why it starts with a W. I will. With my stick. My weapon stick. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Weapon stick ain't gonna work, people. It's time to, whoa, it's time to walk away. Run! Holy shit. Shiva, what are you doing?
Okay, got it.
All right. Shit. Shit! Whap! I said whap! I need to go! Whap! Trying to pick stuff up.
Come on!
Okay, cool.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
My weapon stick did a good job.
It looks like Irving is trying to blow up the place and make his escape. You must stop him before it is too late. I'll try to find us a way out of here.
All right. We'll go after Irving.
Good. Okay. Now there's a dock up ahead. That is probably where he's going to make his break.
Copy that. And Josh! Be careful.
Let's hurry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, my face when I'm all of a sudden mute and someone tells me to be careful. Post that shit on TikTok. Let's go, Shivai. Shiva. I shouldn't make fun of her name. There's people I will gladly make fun of their name, but I shouldn't make fun of Shiva's name. Because that might be racist. I'm getting, yeah, let's go, but also I'm grabbing gold, so hold up. I'm getting like weird racism vibes from this game. That's like, I know it's like, oh, it's not that serious, but also like, it kind of is that serious. Low-key racist vibes. It is, I am playing a white man beating down a bunch of African people. Like, low-key racist vibes. I was making the joke about my WHAPPIN stick, but it really does not feel good. I'm having fun. Not regarding their color. But man, it feels weird. It feels so weird. I just want to get through this. I'm gonna pretend that this is not set in Africa. So that there's no weird, like, white person prevailing over Africa type thing going on right now. Because Chris Redfield is white as snow. It's locked from the inside. So are we supposed to... Why is this a thing? Can we, like, get on this boat? We're probably gonna have, like, an altercation on his boat and then have to follow. At least the main villain's white. Irving's white, which is great. So I don't have to feel bad about beating him down. It's just the hordes. Ah, there's some white people in the hordes. It's a mixed crowd. And I will whap them all equally. I mean, I guess to kind of counterbalance that, I think Shiva's meant to counterbalance that a little bit. Like, she's a great character, and she's a character in her own right. She's amazing, an amazing character. But I feel like the only reason your partner is not like a Jill Valentine is because A, Jill Valentine's like the whole plot, but also because...
Isn't that...
Splendid timing! You two are just in time for the fireworks show! Boom!
Wait!
I hate that guy.
Time for WHAPPIN!
Shiva, do you read me? I secured a boat. I'm on the other side of the dock. Keep here on the double.
It's time for WHAPPIN! They're right behind me. It's a WHAPPIN time! Let's go. Also, if you're lucky, the WHAP stick, more often than not, is a one-hit KO, which I love. A 1 or 2 hit, at least. I'm not timing my WHAPs. Oh, they locked the door? Are you kidding me? Oh, fuck.
Hurry up, you two. We're already out of time.
Oh, he goes down with the WHAPs, though. Ow! Oh, man. Ow. Oh, man. Oh, man, he hurts. Okay. Get whacked. Get whacked. Get whacked. Get whacked. Get whacked. Get whacked. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Shiva, you messed up my WHAPs. Oh shit, we don't have time.
Get over here! Hurry!
Run!
Quickly, we must go. Are you all right?
Just in. Okay. So the whole thing went up in smoke. My WHAPPIN couldn't have stopped that from happening. Now I have the WHAPPIN stick. I want to keep going. I want to go. I want to go. I got the WHAPPIN stick. The Shiva Alamar file in the library. Okay, let's go. Let's go look at that. The Shiva Alamar and the Chris Redfield files in the library. Listed within this file is a general background information and overview of BSAA agent Chris Redfield, as pieced together from various sources. The information listed here is neither complete nor should it be used as a psychological analysis of the subject. Chris Redfield began his military career in the United States Air Force, possessing a service record replete with both commendations and disciplinary actions. Commanding officers have described Chris as uncompromising, possessing unwavering dedication, and having a high level of adaptability. It was these traits that saw Chris earn his wings, but also the same traits that brought him into direct conflicts with superiors. Unable to settle these differences, Chris retired from the United States Air Force. After retirement, Chris was scouted by Raccoon City Special Forces STARS because of his superior firearm and hand-to-hand combat skills, along with his qualifications as both fixed-wing aircraft and helicopter pilot. Joining the STARS team, Chris was designated as point man for Alpha Team. As PM, it was his duty to scout and secure positions ahead of the team. His duties required him not only to be a good shooter and fighter, but also be able to use a wide array of weaponry. It was in this area where he excelled, showing the ability to handle anything from small arms to large weapons, and the flexibility to use them as the situation dictated. Chris's performance with STARS was exemplary. It appeared that he had finally found his niche, but fate had other plans in mind for Chris. Unbeknownst to him, the next chapter in his story was about to unfold on that fateful night in July 1998. The STARS Bravo team, responding to reports of disappearances in the surrounding area of Raccoon City, abruptly went radio silent. Alpha Team was sent in to investigate. Shortly after their helicopter touched down, they were attacked by wild ravenous canines, known as the BOW Cerberus, and were forced to take refuge in a nearby mansion. The mansion was, in reality, the Arclay research facility for the pharmaceutical giant Umbrella. It was at this facility that they developed bioweapons and conducted uncounted illegal experiments. Here, Chris and his partner Jill Valentine were forced to combat numerous BOWs as part of an active tactical research plan devised by Albert Wesker. Wesker was the commanding officer of STARS, and therefore Chris and Jill's superior, though all his actions were done at the behest of the Umbrella Corporation. Wesker used his rank in STARS to manipulate Chris and Jill. Wesker unleashed several BOWs into the mansion in order to gather data for his own ends. This tragedy in the Arclay Mountains became known as the Mansion Incident, and ended with Chris and Jill destroying the creature known as Tyrant, the death of Wesker, and the destruction of the laboratory. Having survived the incident at the mansion, Chris attempted to notify the authorities regarding Umbrella's activities, but all his warnings were ignored due to Umbrella's powerful sway. Having exhausted this option, he attempted to notify the U.S. government of the situation. This too, however, proved fruitless. He knew that taking on such a large corporate entity alone would not be easy and might in fact prove fatal, but in the end he was left with no other choice. Thus, Chris continued his investigation on his own. Without informing his family of his intentions, he soon departed for Europe. Chris wanted to shield his family from any ill effects his investigation might incur, but ironically, it brought one of his family members into the fray. When Claire Redfield was unable to get into contact with her brother, she journeyed to Raccoon City to find him. Upon arrival in the city, she found the area awash in the terror brought on by the spread of the T-virus. In that land of death and confusion, Claire met Leon S. Kennedy, and together they were able to fight their way out of the city. After the Raccoon City ordeal, Claire flew to Paris to investigate Umbrella's activities in Europe, but she was captured and sent to Rockford Island. When Chris learned from Leon what had happened to Claire, he made his way to Rockford Island to free her. It was there that Chris was confronted with many harsh facts. Umbrella had a research facility in Antarctica, Alexia Ashford was still alive, there was a new virus called T. Veronica, and most surprisingly of all, Albert Wesker was still alive. The man behind the horror of the mansion incident, Chris's former commanding officer, somehow survived the destruction of the mansion. Once again, Chris was unwittingly thrust into one of Wesker's schemes, and he was forced to face the man whose destiny appeared to be intertwined with his own. Chris was easily overpowered by Wesker's inhuman strength, but luck was on Chris's side that day. In the ensuing conflagration that consumed the island, Chris and Wesker's conflict was put on hold for the time being. With his resolve strengthened, Chris determined that no matter at what personal cost to himself, Umbrella would fall. Fast forward to 2003, Chris is in the skies over Russia, his partner Jill Valentine by his side. At this point, Umbrella was in dire straits. In the wake of the destruction of Raccoon City, the company became embattled in litigation and their stock price plummeted. It was only a matter of time before Umbrella collapsed. It was during this time that Chris learned of Umbrella's plans to develop a new type of BOW. Chris and Jill had obtained information and were headed to the Caucasus laboratory where the Talos plan was being conducted in secret. They were to rendezvous with an anti-bioterrorism unit and attack the location. Not long after this incident, the once seemingly untouchable Umbrella was officially no more. The seed that Umbrella sowed, however, would continue to reap tragedy for the world. BOWs were no longer restricted to areas of conflict, but were now being used in terrorist attacks against innocent civilians. It was at this time that Chris and Jill joined the BSAA, a group dedicated to eliminating those bioweapons. The two of them traversed the world together, partners in the fight to bring bioterrorists to justice. The shadow of Umbrella still loomed large, though, as they would soon discover. When Chris and Jill went to question Umbrella's founder, Oswald E. Spencer, about Wesker's whereabouts, they were greeted by the sight of Umbrella's founder lying crumpled on the floor and the bloodstained figure of Wesker standing over him. So he killed Spencer. This would be the third confrontation between Chris and Wesker. This time, the confrontation ended in tragedy, as Jill, seeing no other option, made the ultimate sacrifice to stop Wesker. With one last effort, she charged Wesker and threw both herself and him over the side of a cliff. The BSAA searched for Jill's body for 3 months, but no trace of her was ever found. After 3 months of searching with no success, Jill Valentine was officially declared dead by the BSAA. No one knows what promises Chris made in front of Jill's empty grave, but following her loss, he redoubled his efforts to eradicate all bioorganic weapons wherever they may be. Initially stationed at BSAA's North American branch, his investigations soon took him around the world. He became involved in so many operations that he soon had more missions to his name than any other BSAA member. During one of his investigations, Chris learned of an upcoming bioweapon deal in Africa in connection with a man named Ricardo Irving. Irving's name has come up quite often of late in association with bioweapon smuggling. After informing the BSAA African branch about Irving, Chris urgently requested permission to participate in the operation of assisting Irving, to arrest Irving. As for the reason he wished to participate in this mission, Chris would not comment. However, whether he is withholding information or not is unclear. As one of the most respected BSAA agents, his presence in this operation greatly increases the chances of success. Thus, his request has been granted. Okay, so that was basically all of that. Sheva Alomar. Now, this is stuff we don't know. Listed within this file is a general background information overview of BSAA agent Sheva Alomar, as pieced together from various sources. The information listed here is neither complete nor should it be used as a psychological analysis of the subject. Sheva Alomar was born into an impoverished family situation in a small factory town situated in Africa, this particular town being home to Umbrella Plant 57. As with most factory towns, the plant was the lifeblood of the town. bringing in much-needed revenue and steady employment for its populace. Almost 80% of the town's adult population was employed at the factory in some facility, including Shiva's parents. While the pay was low by most nation standards, it provided a steady income for the townspeople and a happy childhood for Shiva. This happiness was short-lived, however. While only 8 years old, Shiva's peaceful life was brought to an abrupt end by the sound of sirens erupting from the factory. As the sirens pierced the air, an ominous plume of black smoke poured out of the factory. Even as a child, Shiva knew something was terribly wrong. With dread in her heart, she ran toward the factory. Arriving at the factory, she soon discovered the entrance blocked. In place of the kind old man who used to stand guard at the entrance, strange adults in protective suits were everywhere, their faces hidden by masks. Shiva could not understand what was happening. I realized years later that they were wearing anti-biohazard protective gear. They were part of Umbrella's special forces. She may have not understood the muffled voices emanating from beneath those masks at the time, but the assault rifles they leveled at her more than made their intentions understood. The country was not a very stable place to begin with, and near her town resided members of a large anti-government guerrilla army. Although only a child, Shiva knew all too well the violence that often accompanied those guns. The adults in the village that remained were promptly executed by these gunmen. Shiva was spared this same fate thanks to the vigilance of a neighbor who was able to get her back to her parents' home unnoticed. Thus began the longest night of Shiva's life. Crippled by fear, she can only wait and pray for her parents' return. The night passed and a new day dawned, but still they did not return. As night on another day fell, she sensed a presence outside her home. Unable to contain her relief and joy, she ran to the door to greet her parents. As she swung the door open, crying aloud with joy, she was soon met with disappointment and confusion. For at the door were not her parents rushing to embrace her, but her uncle, with a look of shock and horror painted upon his face. His words crushed any hope she had left. "Your parents are dead. There was an accident at the factory." Taking anything of value left in the house, her uncle then took Shiva to live with his family, taking her away from the only home she had ever known. Her life with her uncle would be brief. Not only was her uncle's family extremely poor, but he also had 7 children of his own to care for. Even though Shiva was a blood relative, he probably never would have come for her if he hadn't thought he would receive financial compensation from the factory. Ah, damn. That compensation never came. Umbrella never gave out any payments, and soon her aunt and uncle were unable to feed her. Life was hell for Shiva. Not only was she on the verge of starvation, she yearned to be with her parents again. In her grief, she became fixated on the notion that they were still alive. As the days passed, this belief grew so strong to the point where she could think of nothing else. She knew she had to find them. So one night, as the moon bathed the savannah in silver, Shiva ran away from her uncle's house and headed back to her hometown and the life that was stolen from her. The thoughts of her parents drove her on, but the expansive savannah is a harsh environment for one so young and small. During her second night, she began to feel the effects of malnutrition. Unable to find food, Shiva soon collapsed. A night in the savannah is not a quiet affair. The sounds of animals plodding along, beasts howling at the moon, insects chirping and buzzing about, and the dry wind soughing through the grass. Shiva considered them all with wonder. She had grown up in a town and was unaccustomed to her new surroundings. Through the cacophony of strange noises, Shiva picked up a sound that was quite familiar to her. She heard the low rumbling of an engine and the sound of tires crackling over the dirt. A truck pulled up next to Shiva, and a stranger got out of the passenger side and spoke to her. If she replied to him or not, she couldn't recall, but the man picked her up and placed her in the bed of the truck. The man that found Shiva was an anti-government guerrilla fighter. He provided her with food, shelter, and a place to call home. Unfortunately for Shiva, this good turn was accompanied by some bad news. She was told that the incident at the Umbrella factory was not an accident, that the factory manufactured bioweapons, and Umbrella was carrying out the final test on one of its newest weapons at the dilapidated factory. The regular employees who worked there were unaware of what Umbrella was actually creating, and they paid for it with their lives, including Shiva's mother and father. After concluding the test, Umbrella took measures to conceal the entire affair. With the assistance of the government's army, they destroyed the factory along with the entire town, effectively wiping the town Shiva had called home off the map. At this news, Shiva was filled with rage. She hated Umbrella and blamed them for her parents' deaths, and she hated the government for just rolling over at Umbrella's behest. It was at this moment she decided to join the guerrillas in their fight against the government. Sheva started out by doing laundry, cooking meals, and taking care of other chores. After only a few years with the guerrillas, she was given her first gun. She doesn't like to talk about her time with the guerrillas, perhaps the memories are too painful, or maybe she's too ashamed of what she did there. One of her main duties with the guerrillas was to go into town and purchase supplies for the group. Also, this story is a lot funnier if you imagine the guerrillas as the band and not guerrilla fighters. Just her hanging out with some English band and she's just the memories are too painful. Anyway, back to serious talk. For 7 long years, Sheva stayed with the guerrillas. By this time, she was a teenager and had spent most of her known life with the guerrillas. Perhaps due to her age, when she went into town, the townspeople never suspected her of being a guerrilla fighter. It could be for the very reason that she was the one they sent. It was on one of these occasions while she was in town that a man approached her. He looked like a local, but spoke with a strange foreign accent. One moment, guys. Okay, had to sneeze. Handing her a piece of paper and speaking in a hurried voice, he stated, "Read this. If you believe what it says, come to the church in the back alley in 2 hours." After speaking these words, he disappeared into the crowd as quickly as he had appeared. Sheva turned the paper over in her hands, and her eyes were drawn to one word: umbrella. It was the same pharmaceutical company whose selfish aims took her parents from her. If that incident had never happened, perhaps her life would have been different. The message on the paper said that the guerrillas were planning on using bioweapons to conduct a large-scale terrorist attack that would overthrow the government. Umbrella was going to make a deal with the guerrillas to provide them with the bioweapons the man wanted. Whoa, I missed a period there. Umbrella was going to make a deal with the guerrillas to provide them with the bioweapons. The man wanted Sheva's help in stopping the deal from going through. At first, Sheva thought it was a government trap, but deep down she knew the note spoke the truth. When asked how she knew, she had this to say: "My country was strongly influenced by France, and many government officials spoke in a French patois. But this man was different. I couldn't place his accent at the time, but somehow I knew I could trust him." Sheva followed her instincts. She went to the church and met 2 men there. One of them had given her the note earlier. The other wore a suit with no tie and said that he was from the U.S. government. What the man in the suit wanted seemed straightforward enough: the apprehension of the representative from the apprehension of the representative from Umbrella. But from what he said, this particular person held the key to causing an irreparable blow to Umbrella. But in order to arrest him, they needed Sheva's help. As long as they got their man, they wouldn't do anything to her or her fellow guerrillas. Even if they did not succeed in arresting the man in question, they promised not to turn her or her companions over to the authorities. The man in the suit's offer seemed credible. But could she betray those who had been like a family to her? The man seemed to understand Sheva's apprehension, so he asked her one simple question: "Don't you want to see Umbrella punished for what they've done?" Sheva quickly nodded her head. "That's why we selected you. But if you want to help us fight Umbrella, then you're going to have to leave your so-called friends." "And then what? What's in it for me?" "Look around. You know these guerrillas you are with aren't doing this for some greater good. They'll do anything to topple the government, including things you know are wrong. Help us and you can finally do some good for the people of your country." "And what makes you think a 15-year-old girl can help?" "Someday you'll learn that age matters very little. A person's life is not defined by age, but by the choices they make." Pedophile talk. That is pedophile talk. You have the chance to fight for something here that goes beyond just you, something that affects the entire world. Can you really walk away with so much at stake? When so much is at stake. Sheva would never forget these words. 3 days later, the Special Forces team arrived at the location where the deal was taking place. Sheva had left the door to the building unlocked, and she wore a wire so the team on standby could hear what was taking place. The operation was a success. The target from Umbrella was quickly apprehended and taken away. Sheva and the guerrillas were taken to the American consulate, there to be released 2 days later with no charges pressed, just as promised. Recognizing Sheva's abilities, or perhaps moved by pity, the man in the suit offered Sheva the chance to start life anew in America. With nothing left in Africa for her, Sheva decided to take him up on his offer. Shortly after arriving in America, Sheva's high intelligence and drive quickly became apparent. She surpassed any and all expectations, even learning English to a native language level in a mere 6 months. Within 2 years of arriving in the U.S., she had enrolled at a university. After graduating with high honors from her university, excuse me. After graduating with high honors from her university, her legal guardian, the man in the suit, suggested that she join the newly formed BSAA to help others as she had been helped. Umbrella had already been dismantled many years prior, but Sheva had not let go of her hatred toward them and all others like them. After completing basic training, she was assigned to the unit led by Josh Stone. There she trained with his unit for 8 months, learning everything she would need to know to survive in the field. After the completion of her training, she was handpicked to become a BSAA agent. She is currently involved in operations throughout the world. Cool. Let's actually play the game now. I have treasures to sell. I can buy a melee vest. Provides protection against melee attacks, can be worn with the bulletproof vest. Oh, Chris can't take it, but Sheva can. Wait, oh. Chris can't take it because he's already full up. Ready. I wonder what that melee vest does. That's something like you can put up. You can put on.
Well, he can't have gone too far.
Josh.
Thanks.
Thank me later. We got company.
I'm on it.
We got you coming.
Oh shit. Okay.
Here we go. Hang on tight.
I can't use my stun rod here. Sadly. I can't see anything.
Damn it, the gate's closed. See what you two can do to keep it open.
Now it's stun baton time. Wow. Wow. Shit. I need help. I need help. I need help. Wow. Hook.
Take it. Roger. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Got him down.
Okay.
Having her give up her handgun ammo, her handgun,
You grab it.
Okay.
was the best thing I've ever done. Oh, why is the fucking audio spotty? Go on. That's because of the game. Fucking hell. And once we get out of this level, it should clear up. I'm sorry, y'all. It's very upsetting, but these old Resident Evil games have a knack for doing it.
Let's go.
Get down!
Another pipe. Get down. Another gate. Okay, you two know what to do.
Oh, come on. This audio shit.
Roger.
Oh, come on! Don't immediately use it, Chief.
Okay.
Oh, fuck off.
Don't be reckless.
Come on!
Okay.
Take it!
Roger.
Take it!
Roger. Are you okay?
Thank you. What? Got him. Okay, the audio's kind of got a bit fine. Weapon time! Oh, fuck you. Keep me from whapping, bastard.
Take it!
Roger.
You grab it!
Okay.
Take it!
Okay.
You grab it!
Roger.
Sheva.
Get the lever over there. Take this.
I need ammo.
Roger, use this.
Oh, I have 2 stacks of ammo for the handgun. That's why I don't have anything.
Use this.
No, that's as much ammo. I'm gonna give her handgun ammo.
Thanks.
Nah, I'll request.
Roger, use this.
I'll keep 2 stacks on me, but I'll have her pick up ammo for me as well. I'll use her as a fucking ammo bag. I don't really care. Yo, shit.
Come on.
Yeah, this ain't gonna help me.
Come on.
Okay.
Take it.
Okay.
Hey, how many shotgun shells do I have? Not that much. Damn audio, dude! Fucking hell!
You grab it.
What does this game refuse to have good audio? That's on my end too, guys. That's not just y'all.
Okay, now let's go get this Irving.
Use this.
Oh, thank you. We're out of that. Maybe the audio will clear up. Man, that audio was so ass. Again, that was on my side too. It was like the game audio was spotty for me. And I know when the game audio is spotty, my audio is spotty for y'all.
They're gonna sink us. We've got to do something. We gotta get aboard that ship. Hold on. Get ready.
What are you going to do about them?
You're just one of Excella's playthings. It was your master who was supposed
One
to
more
take
time. What are you going to do about
Yes,
them?
yeah. All right. All right. I'll handle it.
Use it.
This. Won't you two just die already? You're making me look bad. Who do you think got this entire operation off the ground? Research like this doesn't fund itself, you know. Yet everyone looks down on me. But not anymore.
Don't do it!
Oh, damn.
I'm far beyond anything you could ever hope to become.
Damn it! Oh. Oh, fuck?
Shit. I just had an extreme makeover!
Oh, fuck. Now they're gonna put me in it. I gotta fight this bastard.
Chris, status report. What the hell is that thing?
Just get out of here, Josh. It's too dangerous.
We'll try to stop it.
Understood. Just try not to get yourself killed.
All my days of playing. All my hours spent playing Sea of Thieves is coming in handy. Thank you, Sheva. Oh, shit. Go.
Something that undergoes such a rapid transformation must have a weakness.
Damn it. Can't fucking move. Go. Oh, fuck off. Why do they always go for me? Oh, that's perfect. Go! Are you kidding? It is relentless. Fuck you. Fuck off.
Don't be reckless.
Ah, shit! Wrong button!
You need to be careful.
Thank you.
Tell me what you're planning to do.
Damn it, fella! I guess I wasn't worth the good stuff.
Excella.
Where is this facility? Answer me. What is the Ouroboros project?
You say, yeah. Wow, you two are just on top of everything, aren't you? The balance of the world is changing and you're completely oblivious to it.
What's changing? What are you talking about? Is it the Ouroboros project? Is that it?
No one can stop it. Ouroboros is about to change everything we've ever come to know. Chris! See, you're Chris.
What's so funny? How do you know about me?
All your answers await ahead, Chris. In that cave. If you can survive long enough to get them. Italian's not so bad, but it's not gonna change anything. You're still screwed!
We're wasting time here.
Chris!
Poor bastard.
Now what?
We keep going.
All right. You can view the Ricardo Irving file in the library. All right. We're gonna read that and then we're gonna hop off for the night. Because I'm hungry and I want to chill out. My back's hurting. Ricardo Irving. According to official records, Ricardo Irving is overseer of the oil refinery owned by Tricell Africa Division's Research Development Department. Crude and arrogant, he possesses an insatiable desire for the accumulation of wealth. It is these traits along with his unique resourcefulness that have most likely made him Tricell's ideal agent in dealing with selling BOWs to black market individuals. The money gained from these dealings is then invested by Tricell Africa back into their bioweapons research and development. The demonstration of these weapons for clients act as operational tests. Sorry, give me one moment. I got some hand sanitizer spray from Bath & Body Works that I don't know the smell of yet, so I'm trying them. Ooh. 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 That just smells like straight cologne. What is that? Oh, it's Ocean! I like Ocean. That's my body wash. That's how I know that smell. I was like, it smells like something I've used. If I'm ever at Bath & Body Works, I'm getting Ocean stuff. Anything sea. Or like sandalwood, maybe some bourbon or something. The demonstration of these weapons for clients act as operational tests. Given the degree of Irving's involvement It is believed that he is one of only a handful of people that know the full extent of Tricell's bioweapons business. Irving's activities and their connection to Tricell, however, have been carefully kept under wraps. Adding to the misdirection is the fact that he is officially employed with the Research Development Division and not the Pharmaceutical Division that sponsors the BSAA. Tricell is a conglomerate comprised of shipping, natural resources development, and pharmaceuticals. Each division runs on its own capital, and as such could all be considered separate entities under one parent company. Also of note are the divisions that exist between each of Tricell's branch offices. When the BSAA learned of Irving's last deal, they viewed it as illicit activity conducted on his own and without support from Tricell. BSAA's mission, therefore, was not to fight biological weapons, but to apprehend a smuggler involved in an illicit deal. Irving was able to exploit that misconception to the fullest. Irving was informed of the BSAA's mission and changed the location of the deal to a mine outside of the Kijuju Anonymous Zone, the KAZ. When a BSAA team arrived at what they thought was the deal's location inside the KAZ, they walked into a trap. Before the team even arrived, the improved version of Las Plagas was released upon the populace of the town, transforming most of them into Majini. This intel was acquired by Alpha Team and later confirmed by the data recovered by the backup team, Chris Redfield and Sheva Alomar, prior to Irving's deal. It appears that a sample of the Ouroboros virus was also released upon Alpha Team's arrival and was responsible for the termination of Dan DeChant's team. Irving did not take into account that the Ouroboros would be engaged and defeated by agents Redfield and Alomar, nor that a hard disk and its data would be seized. The data obtained from the hard disk allowed the two agents to proceed into the actual location of Irving's transaction, the mine. When confronted with the reality that his plan had failed, Irving was forced to take the following action. First, he contacted his partners in the transaction and requested to delay the deal, after which point he went to the mine to retrieve any documents and materials relevant to the transaction. It was at this point that Redfield and Alomar found him. However, it was obvious that he had a backup plan for just such a contingency. Irving escaped thanks to the help of a hooded figure he had on standby. The two agents were left to deal with Hopokarimu, a bat-based BOW that was originally intended to be used in the transaction. It is thought that Irving released his BOW on the agents in retaliation for disrupting the transaction and not to aid in his escape. It was becoming apparent by this point that Irving's mental stability was in question, whether his irrational behavior was brought on by the interference of the agents of the or if the increased stress only brought out his true tendencies is unknown. Irving's situation, however, would digress even further. After escaping from the mine, he was soon discovered by Captain Josh Stone's Delta team inside the Kaz. In order to escape, Irving unleashed Ndesu, confirmed to be based on the El Gigante BOW used in Europe. The frustration of losing two large, valuable BOWs in such short succession must have been keenly felt by the avaricious Irving. After reaching the conclusion that there was nothing more he could do, Irving plotted to escape with his accumulated wealth, but he was soon overtaken by the hooded figure who provided him a vial containing Las Plagas. This was to be his punishment for failure. He was to administer this on himself in order to fight the two agents. This vial contained a Las Plagas variant known as a control plaga. According to BSAA intel, the use of the control plaga has been documented by Leon S. Kennedy in Europe. The control plaga differs from the common form in that it does not take over a host's rational thought process. Another difference between that being that it causes extreme transformation to the host. As such, control plaga hosts must resign themselves to never being able to live as a normal human again. In a last-ditch effort, Irving detonated the oil refinery, but unfortunately for him, the refinery was virtually dry at the time, thus limiting the size of the explosion. His hope was that he could destroy all incriminating evidence and kill agents Redfield and Alomar, so he would not have to resort to using the control plaga. Irving was left with no choice but to administer the injection himself, at which point he underwent an immense and rapid transformation, but even the power he gained from that transformation did not avail him, and he met his end at the hands of the two agents. Ricardo Irving. Now it is time for me to take my leave. I'm gonna go get a drink, get some food, rest up, and all that. So, I will see y'all in the next one. Links are in the places. This is going onto my VOD channel, Justice Justin VODs. This is also going onto this. I also have a main channel, Justice Justin Game. Like if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, but please tell me why in the comments so I can make the make everything better for you. You probably are not going to like this video because a lot of it's fucking reading, and I hate that. But I want to get all the lore. I want to get every single bit of lore, or else this is all not worth it. Because the only reason I am playing every single game is so I can get the lore. I want to know the lore. Either way. Court is adjourned. Justice has been served. I will see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.